Hi guys and welcome. You're joining me today to make a t-shirt like this up, and it's a baseball top. I love baseball tops and I've been wanting to do this for so long. So I've been in my fabric stash this morning and sorted some fabrics out, and I think I'm going to be making about 3 in total, maybe. But they are so easy to make. Now you can see I've done this one in black and cerise, but let me show you the back. Now I've had that piece, because this isn't the same fabric as what the back is, but because it's black, nobody's going to ever know. And I didn't know where to put this top. I didn't want the print on the front. I did want it on the back. So when I made this, I thought, perfect, it's a perfect piece to use it as the back piece. So really liking how this has turned out. Now with this top, you can do the sleeves any length. You can have them long, you can have them shorter. It's all up to your preference as to how long you want them. But I do love about this length of sleeve, or even just above where the elbow is. I like that length as well. And you can have fun with this type of top, because if you're going to use a print and a plain piece, my recommendation would to use the print as your bodice and the plain piece as your sleeves and your neckline. Now you can have fun when you come to making a baseball top, because you can just choose 2 different fabrics. You can make it in the same if you want. You don't have to have it contrasting like this. But when you think of a baseball top, you do think of 2 colours. So let's get started, guys. Fabric is folded over and I've got the sleeve pattern laid on top, and with one cut I'm getting both sleeves cut out at the same time. I do decide at this point to make the sleeves a bit shorter, so I'm just going to turn the pattern over. I'm now going to cut the neckband out. The fabric is folded over and it's all laying nice and smooth, no ripples or anything in it, and the front piece is placed on the fold, so when you've cut it out you've got your one piece. Back piece out, and this consists of 2 pieces because there's a curvature in the center seam, so it's like curved in the center of the back. So the fabric's folded in half again, so when I'm doing one cut I'm getting both pieces out. All the pieces are now cut out, so I'm going to start first of all by clipping the back seam together. And I'm just clipping one clip at each end and then one in the centre. I'm going to clip the sleeve to the back piece and then bring the front piece over and clip that to the front part of the sleeve. The back part of the sleeve is longer than the front part because of your back. And all the fabric pieces are placed right sides facing each other. The neck piece I'm just going to fold in half, right side together, and then clip in the middle. Right, so I'm going to stitch down that back seam first. Right, so let's get the sleeves stitched on. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just overlock the hems of the sleeve at this point. Right, so I'm going to stitch up now then one side of the top. I'm going to make sure that these are spot on. You know the joins here. Get the bottom. Let's just have a look at that. So you can see there that that's spot on. And then at this point I'm going to just overlock across the bottom of the hem. Alright, so I'm going to get the other end now and stitch this up, the other side of the top. In fact, let me start at the sleeve end. Right, so I'm getting the top here where it's clipped, and I'm just going to overlock across that. Right, so what I'm going to be doing at this point, guys, is clipping the hem up, clipping the cuffs up, clipping this on round the neck. Now on the sleeves, I'm going to turn that up an inch. Now for the neck, guys, I need to make this into, I'm going to clip it at quarter intervals. So I don't need to clip it at the back because I've got a seam there to say that that is the centre of the back. So the front, I'm going to put the seams together, bring that, put a clip there, so I know that is half of the front. I'm going to put the front and the back together with clip and the seam, bring that across like so, and clip that, because then I know that that's a quarter. Same with the opposite side, front and back together, bring that across, make sure that those are matching up, and then clip the top of the sleeve. Right, so where this is, which is the band around the neck, I've got a seam that's going to the back. I'm going to fold that in half. Now this needs to be folded, but the right side of the fabric needs to be what you were seeing. So you're folding it so the wrong side of the fabric is inside. And I'm going to first of all clip that. So I've got the seam there for the back, and I'm going to clip that there because that is halfway. I'm going to take that to the seam. Make sure that that's folded in half for me. So I've got them lined up, and I know that is my quarter mark. And this is why I don't need the notches, because I don't always go to what the pattern says. There's other ways of doing it. So I've got my back again, my centre, folding that across till I've got another quarter. There we go. Right, so on the top, the back seam, I'm lining up with this seam that I've joined. Right, let me just snip that because it's not lining up that. Right, so let me just put that to the back, and then I'm going to clip that in place. I've got the clip at the centre front that I'm going to clip to that marker that I've done at the front, and here you've got right side of the top to the right side of the neck piece. Right, and then I need to line these two clips up, take one off, clip that together. The other side, line the clips up again, take one clip off, clip that together, and we're back to the sewing machine. Right, so the only bit I'm going to be doing on here now is attaching the neck piece to the top on the overlocker that I'm going to the Duke. So I'm just lining that up. And then you've got more fabric in the top than what there is on the neck bit, so you've got to pull that, get the centre, and then I'm just making sure that because the white is wanting to curl, so I'm making sure that I've got that nice and flat, no curl, making sure that all that fabric is lining up on this outside seam. Right, so that's the band on the top. So we just need to go to the Duke and actually just top stitch underneath that. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to stitch this band where the overlocking is. That's going to be pressed towards the top and then just top stitch down. And I'm starting at the back of the neck where the seam is. Now what I'm using as a guideline is inside the foot of this one, this sort of, you know, like you've got a two-pronged foot, just on the inside, that is what I'm using as my guideline when I'm going round. So I'm pressing the fabric so it's going to lay flat, and you can feel that the overlocking is laying down, so it's just got to keep going back and pressing it down. Right, so I'm going to the sleeve, and I'm always going to start tucking the overlocking in, but where the seam is, that's where I'm going to start off, and always back tacking at the beginning. And I'm aiming to stitch in the centre of the overlocking. Put the second row of stitching on here now. And I'm having this right side facing up so I can see the stitching, and this is going to run on the outside of the foot as my guideline. Right, so I'm going to I'll do the hem now because then I'll do the last sleeve off camera just to save on time. Right, so let's get this under again, and again it's a side seam where I'm going to start where the back tack is going to be, because you don't want your back tack to be in the centre front, centre back, you want it on your seam. So I'm flipping this over and I'm going to do the twin stitch again. So this is the striped one, guys, with the white sleeves. And this fabric really is so soft. I love how it turned out. So it's not often I work with paper patterns, although I am going to try and do more because I have got loads of paper patterns, and I don't always go to the instructions that's on the patterns, like, you know, like with cutting the notches out. When you're doing something small and simple like this, there's no need for you to do the notches because you're sewing a small amount of area. Now, yeah, if you're doing a big dress or a jacket that's more complicated, you will need your notches. But for something simple that's small, clip it at the top, clip it at the bottom, in the middle, and you're good to go. So this is the new look. That's the pattern, and this is the top that I've done. You can do a V-neck option, but I haven't done any of those, and I don't think I will because I'm not really a V-neck fan. I'd sooner have a round one. Now this pattern, guys, only went up to a size 16 and I'm an 18. So all I did was round the pattern. You can see where the line is here, which is a size 16, and I just extended where the pattern is, cut it wider so that I knew that it was going to fit me as a size 18, and I've done that all the way around the pattern where I've extended it. Now if you are going to do one of these tops or a similar t-shirt, you always need to make sure that you've got stretch fabric, because it is a t-shirt and it does need to be able to stretch with you, because if it's just a plain cotton or any fabric that there's no stretching, it ain't going to work. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It really is an easy make. Like I say, I've made 2 tops, and I'm sure I'll do some more in the future because this is going to look great with a pair of shorts or a pair of jeans. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.